First of all, introducing our challenger.
Out of the blue corner. He's going to step in and he does. It's all over.
Let's bring on the boom.
This is Eternal MMA.
All right, welcome back to another edition of the Eternal Insiders Podcast, now powered by Ladbrokes, the official partner for Eternal MMA in 2025. Ladbrokes has official markets on all cards going forward, starting from the very next card at Eternal 94. And with that, let us welcome in today's guest. He was the man that stole the show on a show absolutely loaded with showstoppers at Eternal 93, getting the job done in his pro debut in the process. Already one of the fastest rising stars in the sport, an absolutely massive personality, an absolute killer inside the cage. And I've been looking forward to talking to him for so long. Ever since we teed up this interview about a week ago, Farhood Khalatbar, Australian top team's own. Pleasure to have you here on the show, man. How are things with you, brother? What a week and a bit it's been for you, man. Have you come down off that cloud of winning yet? It was such an amazing performance, such an amazing aftermath, man. How are you feeling a few days removed from this?
Well, you know what's weird? After the fight, I looked at Suman and I was like, bro, I can do another 10 rounds, bro. Who's next?
You look like you're ready to keep going, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. It was like a big party for me. I was loving it.
The energy right the way through the fight, man. I was going to talk about this a bit deeper into the conversation, but I was talking to one of my other friends about this, just like your energy throughout the fight, mate, from the first round right to even the third round, like getting up off the stool, and looking at your opponent who was sort of struggling to get up, mostly obviously from the damage you've done, but you're pacing back and forward looking to go, man. So I don't doubt that you could have gone another 10 rounds.
Yeah, bro. When I see someone tired, it makes me so happy because I'm like, fuck, I'm not even tired. And I was a fat kid when I was young, so I was like, fuck, I must be doing something right.
I like it, man. Yeah, so feeling a lot more fit these days.
Yeah, bro.
I like it. No, it was a massive performance, like we said, man. And you were full of energy before the fight, during the fight, after the fight. How are the celebrations, brother? Did you let your hair down a little bit and kick on afterwards and celebrate the win straight back into the gym? What was the aftermath like?
Bro, you know what? I was in a wheelchair at the Crown in Perth.
Oh yeah.
And bro, I don't drink or anything. I was just watching the boys play Casino Wars.
I like it.
And I was like, fuck, this looks pretty fun. But bro, my left foot was a bit banged up.
Your foot was banged up.
Yeah, my left foot, man. The first head kick I threw, it smacked his forearm, and when I put my foot down, I was like, fuck, that hurts. But I had to like pretend like, I didn't feel anything. And bro, honestly, straight after the fight, all I was thinking about was I just want to do this again and again and again and again and again. I'm just in love with the process of it.
Yeah.
When I was an amateur, I used to celebrate my victories. But bro, I have a goal, man, and I'm not done. So there's just more work to do. And me and my coach Suman, bro, we have a plan, and all we're trying to do is execute that plan and get to that goal. And then when we get to that goal, we're gonna have another goal. You know what I mean?
I was going to say, when you're talking about your foot being sore, I mean, you were stomping on your opponent's foot for the better part of the first round. So I think if there's going to be complaints about how sore feet were the next day, I don't think you'll come out on top there, brother. That was awesome. I love that moment where you had him up against the cage and you was throwing those relentless knees and some of those veteran moves with the foot stomps, man. Like, is that something that just kind of came to you in the moment? Is that something that you've kind of thought about doing in a fight? Like, what was going through your mind at that time?
Bro, I'll be honest with you. If I could have bit him, I would have probably done it. But I'm a piece of shit. Like, you can ask anyone I train with. I'm a bit of a dog. Like, like if he's not moving on the cage, I'm gonna make him move. Like, as you saw, I was trying to sweep the foot, and I was like, okay, you don't want to let me get the sweep. I'm gonna break your toes, and then I'm gonna sweep you after. Yeah, I'm pretty evil, bro. I'll be honest with you. Like, when I walk in that cage, Hood comes out. When I'm not in that cage, it's Farhood, this nice, like, gentleman here. Hi, how are you?
Two personalities that you're rolling with.
Yeah.
I like it, man.
Yeah, man.
I like it. No, we saw everything on display from you that night, man. Like, I feel like I learned so much about you in the space of, like, 15 short minutes just from watching your personality. Like I said at the start, man, like, you stole the show. Like, with your performance, the post-fight speech was absolutely phenomenal. Like, you nailed absolutely every aspect of making your pro debut, man. I mean, speaking of, it was your pro debut, of course, getting the job done in the third round with the rear naked choke. I got to imagine, as far as you imagining how your pro debut might kind of go, that this would be definitely up there in terms of ranking it as a complete success.
Yes. You know, like those. Look, I'll be honest. I'm a very harsh critic of myself. I like to perfect everything that I do. There were things I could have done better, but me and Suman, we had a game plan, and the point of the fight was just to execute that. And you know, the first one's the hardest one to get out of the way. And right now, bro, you can ask Ben and Cam like how many fights I wanted to do that I got turned down from. Like I'm willing to fight anyone, bro. You can see my amateur rank, like my amateur record. Bro, I fought at 90 kilos. I fought at 84 kilos, 77, 74, 70, 66. Bro, like, I really don't care. Like, you know, like, I'm there to, bro, I believe in this one thing. I'll go do my best. The rest is in God's hands. If I do that and I lose, then it wasn't meant to be.
Is this like a mentality you've always had? And the only reason I ask that is you talked in the post-fight speech about having a period of time where you didn't believe in yourself, but the man you mentioned before, Suman Mokhtarian, as far as being your coach, he was the one that believed in you, and now you believe in yourself. Like, was there kind of like a point in time where you had a bit of a mentality switch, and that's kind of put you in this position now where, you know, you take it one fight at a time? Like, can you talk about that?
Yeah, no racism intended, but it was when I fought a black guy for the lightweight title on Urban Fight Night. Bro, I went in that fight with a broken hand, and like, fuck, I checked one kick and my shin split open. Damn. And there was just blood everywhere. It was fucked. It was so tough mentally. There were 5-minute rounds as well. And when I was in the third, Suman grabbed my wrist and he goes, bro, do you want to be a fucking champion? And I was like, yeah. He goes, say it to me, bro. And I was like, I want to be a fucking champion. And then I went in that round. It was like that round, I just learned how to fight. I just switched off how I felt. I go, bro, fuck my hand, fuck my shin. I'm going to get the strap for the boys, lad. I'm going to get the strap for myself. I'm going to do it for the team. And I went there and I just knocked this guy with my hand that was broken, bro. And it was the best feeling ever. And when I did it, I looked at him and I was just like, brother, I'm not even fucking surprised.
That's incredible, bro.
And then Simmons like ran up to me. I'm like, yeah. Like you know what? That was the best fight I've ever had. Like mentally, it was just fucking like it was so hard, bro. It was just the guy was black, bro. You have to see a photo of him. He looks like a fucking.
I'll look it up.
He looks like a fucking he should be on Baywatch. Like, you know what I mean? He's a machine.
Chiseled body, the kind of guy you'd be scared of. You saw him at a distance, kind of thing. Like.
Yeah, like
okay.
Absolute freak, but not smarter than me, brother.
I like it, man. You already had a couple of, like, you talk about those moments that you had with your coach where you kind of turned to him in that sort of moment. I mean, you had that one, you know, at this fight at Eternal 93 when you get the job done with the rear naked choke, and you had that moment where you turn to your coach and you just like exclaimed at him, he's looking back at you, and you're roaring like at him, and he's going back at you. Like you're putting together like through your amateur career and now starting your pro career, these really cool moments with you and the team, man. Like, can you just talk about that particular moment, like feeling like the tap kind of come and then just turning to your coach and just realizing like my pro debut just like ended in the best possible fashion? Talk through that moment.
Bro, do you know why I did that? Because when I had him in the cage, she was like, what's your neck? I'm like, bro, he's not going to fuck get my neck. We were talking to each other. And then when I got him down on the ground and I tapped him, I looked at him, I was like, ah! Because I knew how happy he was. Because I've never fucking submitted anyone in a fight ever. And all he's been making me do is jiu-jitsu comps. He's just been saying, bro, jiu-jitsu comp, jiu-jitsu comp, jiu-jitsu comp, jiu-jitsu comp. So for me to get a rear naked choke, I knew that, bro, the fucking jiu-jitsu shit we've been fucking doing is working, bro. And you know what's funny? Bro, I don't even tap people with rear naked choke. That's not even my submission. I have submissions up my sleeve that I can tap anyone with. Black belts, brown belts, purple belts, whatever belt you want. And no one's even seen that yet. So I can't wait to show the fans that shit, bro.
We're just scratching the surface right now as far as that goes.
Honestly, Like, that's why I was so happy because I was like, bro, we didn't even do the sub that I'm good at.
Did you have that in your mind, like coming into the fight? Like you did call that you were going to get the finish before the fight, but like in your head, did you think like realistically that a submission was going to, obviously realistically you're a mixed martial artist, it can come, but is that what you kind of envisioned before the fight?
Yeah, well, me and Simon were practicing getting a rear naked choke in the cage, and before it. But bro, do you know why I said I'm gonna get the finish? Bro, I'll work way too hard to leave it up to a bunch of judges. There's no way I'm gonna let. Bro, you know what? You know what's funny? In the fight, when I kicked him in the nuts, I didn't even kick him in the nuts. When I kicked him in the nuts, yeah, the judge was looking at me like, she's like, go over there. She's like, go over there. And then I was looking at her. I go, bro, this fucking old lady's gonna judge my fight. And then I thought about it. I go, nah, bro, I'm not fucking gonna let her judge if I won or not. So whoever I fight, just remember, I'm going to dominate the fight. So for me to leave it up to a bunch of judges, it's embarrassing.
Did you have like anxiety in that moment? I mean, and you just talk about there, like there was we see on camera what looked like the low shot. You don't believe it was a low shot, but did you have anxiety in that moment that the fight might be over?
Nah.
You were dealing with it well. You were doing
funny?
cartwheels in the cage too to kind of keep yourself warm and everything. That was a very entertaining moment.
Well, the crowd was booing me, and I was looking around. I was like, "Hey, relax." And Simon's like, "Don't listen to them." And then I was like, "Fuck." I go, "Wait, fuck these guys." And then I done a cartwheel. I don't know why I did that. But when I did kick him in the nuts, and he was milking it on the floor, because I didn't kick him in the nuts. I hit at the top of his thigh, and I asked Bones. Bones was sitting there, and I looked at him, and he looked at me. He went like that. When I hit him there, and he does Muay Thai, bro. He knows his leg kicks and shit. Bro, when I hit him in the top of the thigh and this guy milked the nut shot, I knew when he was on the floor looking up around, I knew he was rethinking his whole life. He's thinking, bro, what the fuck am I doing here? And he was looking for a way out, and that's why he did that. So when he got up, bro, I knew that's it. I'm going to finish this guy whenever I want, and I chose to finish him in the third round because I wanted that experience.
Did that kind of like feed into? I touched about this at the start of the pod, but that energy that you had going into the third round when he's sort of down, sitting on the stool, he's nursing his legs because you kicked the absolute living shit out of him, like he's feeling tired because you are having your way, for most of the fight. Were you just sort of feeling at that moment like you just knew getting up off the stool, like this is happening, I'm finishing this fight in the third round, he's got nothing left, like this is all me. Yeah,
so as I said, like. I was fresh. Like, you don't understand. I could have done another fucking 10 rounds, bro.
I believe it.
I trained very, very, very hard. Like, I pushed my body to that point where, like, I'm prepared to do 45 minutes, whatever I got to do. Like, with my strength and conditioning and with our shark tanks in the gym, we always do five-minute round shark tanks. We always train for championship fights because, bro, we're big believers in that luck is like preparation and opportunity when they meet. So, bro, imagine one day, boom, I get called up for a belt. Bro, I've been doing 5-5s fucking for ages. Like, it's not a big deal. And when you're a champion, brother, you need to conduct yourself like a champion. So what's all this 3-5s bullshit? You know what I mean? I can do 5-5s. I can do more than that. I can do anything, bro. This is a bulletproof mind, and I think you need to have that in order to make it in this sport and to be the UFC. And honestly, I've been going through Tapology like Tinder. I've literally been going for, after I won, I went through Tapology and I was like, bro, I go, none of these guys have the mindset I have. I go, whoever's on here, I will dominate. And they know it, and that's why everyone's a mouse. And that's why no one's opening their mouth. You can ask Ben and Cam how many people have turned me down. How hard it was for me to get that fight. I didn't have an opponent the whole time I was training for this fight.
Well, it was 12 months since your last amateur fight, almost 12 months to the day since your last amateur fight. So were you wanting to pretty much you wanting to get your pro debut a lot earlier than what you did, obviously, but you couldn't get the opponent. People were turning you down.
Some people melt when they go through fire, brother, but that fire molded me into this person I am today. And all respect to my opponent that I fought on the fight before this one. You know, he's a tough guy, whatever. But it is not a reflection of me. That fight is not a reflection of me, and everyone knows it. And this fight was just to solidify that thought and to show people that like I'm a professional. You know, I don't belong in the amateurs. Like I believe right now. I actually believe that I should be in the UFC. I do believe that. If you give me that platform, bro, I'll fuck shit up. There's so many UFC fighters from Australia that can never do what I can do because, bro, I don't even try to put a show on. All I focus on is the fighting, the technique, the game plan, the strategy on how to win, whatever. The persona that I have, it's just something that I am. Like, I can't explain it, bro. Like, I don't put it on.
I can tell, man, it's very natural. And I do just want to talk about your skill set there a little bit because we talk about, obviously the grappling side of things and getting the job done by rear naked choke. And you talk about the game plan. Like a lot of the game plan was obviously very built around the leg kicks, you were chopping him up massively. You were switching stance because like you're a natural orthodox fighter, but you're fighting out of southpaw like quite a lot. Like was that, how much of that was sort of entirely the game plan in terms of like what he might have expected you were going to bring into the fight? Was that largely sort of the game plan to sort of fight and switch and sort of chop with the legs?
Bro, me and my coach, Steven, we don't focus on the other person. We focus on what we're going to do. And the whole game plan was pretty much what he thought for me to do. All I need to do is just listen to him and execute it. He told me, bro, we're going to attack that fucking leg. When he blitzes, we're going to move. We're going to switch. We're going to keep him guessing. I like to call myself a look-see dude fighter because I believe that I steal things off people. I've watched and studied every single fight of Adam Lawrence. I've watched every single match. I knew every single mistake he was gonna do. I knew every single thing he was gonna do. Me and Suman done that all together, and all I did was just follow what he said, bro. I'm just the game. I'm just the player. He's controlling me. Like. That's how we roll, bro.
And how, like, obviously you can't understate this, but can you just talk about, like, how important the gym and Suman has been, for your career and getting to this point? Like, has it been, like, a journey for you guys and getting to this point? We obviously talked at the start of the show about him being, like, a big influence in terms of believing you at times where you didn't sort of believe in yourself. Like, this looks like an incredible team dynamic that you guys have got going on and with your training partners and everything. It looks like you guys are just like sounds cheesy to say, but like a real top team there at Australia, top team. He's the best guy in your fight career. Bro,
I would never ever fight out of another gym. I've trained at other gyms in Thailand and stuff and whatever, and I'm a very loyal person, bro. Like Suman, the things he's done for me, bro, and even Ash, the time they've put into me, bro. I've seen so many people come and go from this gym. There's people in the Australian MMA scene right now that are at other gyms, and when I look at them, I go, bro, you guys fucked up, because I'm a big believer in loyalty, and teamwork makes the dream work, bro. Like, there's no any coach in the world that knows me better than Suman. Like, he knows everything I'm weak at. He knows everything I'm strong at. He knows bro, like it's I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like, it's like his eye and my eye are the same. Like,
you guys are in sync with each other completely.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy. Like, we were talking shit when in the fight together. Like I had him on the cage and we were fucking having a conversation.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of chemistry there that I know that I would never be able to get. So, bro, like, I'm flying that ATT banner for until the end of my career, bro. I'm not interested in any other gym. I want to build a team here. I want to be that fighter that people fucking fly down here and people travel down here to get rounds with me, bro. That's like a dream for me,
That's incredible, man. You're like a real student of the game. I mean, you talk about Australian top team there. Like, great night for Australian top team all around. I mean, 2 wins for 2 on the main card.
My boy Jesse Swain.
Jesse Swain, man, setting the tone for the start of the main card with a first round finish. It's like the first minute of the first round. That must have. There was only a couple of fights away from your fight. But did you get to see any of that kind of in live time? And if so, like, did that kind of G you up a bit for your fight?
Bro, you know what's funny? When he walked out, I was like, bro, I don't give a fuck about this cunt right now. I give a fuck about myself.
That's fair,
And
though.
then I'll
Yeah.
I go, all right, I'm just gonna look at him in the cage. I looked at him, and then, bro, like in fucking 30 seconds, I just see the guy drop. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, what the fuck? I go, bro, I'm gonna go to the back. I'm gonna be out next soon. And then I was like, fuck. And then I was thinking, bro, this is gonna be shit if I don't win.
Yeah,
I was like, bro, this cunt just fucking knocked him in one
You
round.
set the
I
bar.
go, bro, I better win.
Yeah, man. No, you
know?
guys represented, man, very well for Australian top team. Like, couldn't have gone any better for the team on the night, 2 for 2, with a couple of strong finishes, man. Like, just incredible stuff. Congratulations to both you and Jesse. And very impressive
Thank you, my
performances,
brother. I
bro.
appreciate that.
Oh, of course, man.
We just try our best, bro. That's all we do. Like,
The best
we
is
can't
great,
do
man.
anything else, you know.
I like it, man. I want to talk about a couple other things before I let you go, man. I mean, we talk about you stealing the show on the night. Like, it wasn't just with the skills, like we said. You showed off so much of that. But I mean, one of my favorite post-fight, like, I don't want to call it a speech because it was just you and T riffing off each other, like, you know, and hats off to T, man, because he's the man inside the cage, like, you know, doing the post-fight interviews and that sort of thing. But, like, you know, the shout-outs to Perth and everything, like T referencing the Perth, like you coming in enemy territory, and you taking the mic back and be like, this is not enemy territory. Like, I love Perth. I think you said in your pre-fight notes that Perth is actually your favorite crowd to go and sort of fight in front of. That was a huge moment, man. Like, everything just sort of comes so naturally to you on the mic, man. It's like you were just riding a high in that moment. That was incredible stuff.
Yeah, man. I'm a very proud Australian, you know. Like,
Yeah.
I love my country. I love where I'm from. And I've never been. I only went to Perth one time before that. And when I went to Perth, I just really resonated with the place. And I was like, "Fuck, man! If I wasn't from Sydney, I feel like I'll be from Perth. You know, I love the area, the crowd, the weather. It's the best.
It's a great fight city, man. It's definitely the place to be. Like, if you're going to fight anywhere in Australia, like Perth at the HPCs, it's now called, like, that is the absolute place to get it done. And they are setting records for that one, too. I think it was like the second biggest crowd there to see you, man. So you certainly gave them a show on the main card there. You had a great moment, too. Like, after that, I think you said you thought there was, like, the cameras were there for you, like, with Bones and Brett Benetti, like, doing the post-fight stuff, and you run in and, like, I think you said you thought that was your interview, like, afterwards. Like, that was so
Bro,
good,
you know
man.
what's
I loved it.
funny? I went to the fucking doctor. He's like, do this, bend
Yeah.
forward, look at my eye, do this. And my foot was fucked. And he was doing all that. I go, bro, I'm going to go do an interview, bro. And the doctor's like, bro, we need to wait. We need you to, like, bend over. We need you to get up and do this. I was like, bro, just let me do the interview.
Yeah.
I full thought this fucking, the guys were there for the interview. Because I saw Emmanuel really go in the fucking video. So I was like, oh, so the interviews are there. And then when I walked in, I was like, yeah, boys, you know, whatever. And I thought, and then Super comes and grabs me. I was like, oh, fuck, wasn't that? I thought that was an interview. He goes, no, bro, you just fucking video bombed the fucking stream. I
Oh,
was
man.
like, fuck.
Oh, that was
And
electric,
I was
bro.
like, fuck, I hope Cam and Ben aren't pissed off about that, man. I was like, fuck.
Oh,
I
man.
was such a dumb cunt.
Great theatre.
Oh, yeah.
Great. You weren't the only one that did that on the show, though, by the way. I can't remember someone else. One of the other fighters, I think, I can't remember, was on the prelims of the main card. They jumped in too. So I can appreciate where there might have been a bit of confusion there, man. But hey, it was great entertainment anyway, for sure. Yeah, I've only got one last one before I let you go, man. When we talk about your career, I mean, you kind of alluded to the fact that you already think that you could go to the UFC at this point in your career and take on some of those guys, putting your sort of skills up against everyone else. Like, fair to say that, you know, you start 1-0 for your pro career. Like, you're all in on this. Like, the plan is to take this the whole way. Like, no doubt about it.
Yeah. Bro, I'll be honest with you. I believe I can become the UFC poster boy, bro. I think I can be Australia's UFC poster boy. And I feel like, bro, I can break these pay-per-view numbers that we've ever had. Because, like, I feel like the way I fight is very, like, entertaining for the fans. And I feel like if Dana White saw me fight, he would have a hard on. Like, he would fucking love it. You know, that's why I really want to get on the Contender. Because if I know Dana White's in the crowd, I'm going to look him straight in the eyes. I'm going to say, brother, watch this fucking shit you're going to see right now. And I'll pump anyone in that fucking cage. Any single person in front of me on the Contender is getting smoked.
I like it,
I'm
man.
telling you that now.
Well, you certainly made a fan out of me, man. I mean, I absolutely love everything about you. I love the style. I love the swagger. I love everything with the fighting, man. Like, just such a big personality. Like I said, you've already shown us so much in such a short time of knowing you. You know, before you jet off to the UFC, I selfishly want to see you in a few more fights here because there's more I want to learn about you, man. So let's rack them up. Let's hopefully not get more people turning you down. Let's
Yeah.
get some more fights going here, man, because I've loved what I've seen so far, and I think the crowd that have seen you so far, mate, are truly
Right.
impressed with what you've done.
Eternal's the show. Eternal's the best show in Australia. Eternal's where I want to be, bro.
I love it, man.
They run that ball up, man. They made me feel like an Oregon mega, bro. Cam and Ben know that whatever they want, I'll do. They know that I'll put it on the fucking line and I'll put it on the map, bro. They know that. They know what I'm about, and they know what Australian top team's about. I'm gonna take Eternal to another level, brother. I'm telling you that now.
I love it, brother. Well, you've already represented Eternal in such a great way, man. Like I said, getting the job done in the third round with the rear naked choke finish to kick off your pro career in style, and coming here on the show for the very first time, mate, to talk all about it. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you here. I can't wait to talk to you again, man. It's been such a great chat, a lot of great insight. Congratulations again on the win, man, and look forward to talking to you again soon.
Thank you so much, my brother. I just want to thank everyone watching. I just want to thank everyone that supports me. It means the world to me, bro. I really bust my ass off in the gym every day, you know. I try my best, you know. If whether you hate me or you love me, bro, it doesn't matter. As long as you guys support the sport, I'm very, very grateful. And I just want to thank every single person involved. I want to thank Ben, Cam. I want to thank Eternal. I want to thank you, bro. Every single person involved, man. I'm very, very grateful to be where I am.
You're the man, Farhood. Thank you very much, brother.
Thank you.
Oh, my! That was huge.